All right. Got everyone here? Let's get started. Okay. Let's see. Okay, 6 people. That's good. Try to get to 10. That'd be great. And then your boy Alex in the chat. Nice. Okay, so wait till 10. Then we can get started after that. Hello? 5 good. As is tradition, we will spin the Wheel of Doom, which I'll explain to anyone who's new here. Hey, Sebastian, hi. And then, yeah, so I'll explain that to anyone who's new and get 10 viewers. Nice, more people filling in. Yeah, I'm really not sure how it's gonna go. It's a minor, it's slightly stressful for me because I have no idea what's gonna happen, and I do it just for transparency and to make it more interesting. But for all I know, I could have like a series of one-term presidents. It can get really strange. So, I want to keep this interesting, so I'll stop the screen share. I'll switch to the first tab. Is it the right one? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So here we go. I'll switch this to, there we go. Or maybe, okay, there we go. That's pretty good. And we'll spin it soon. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I got to 600. Hopefully 1,000 soon. I think my goal is by the upcoming summer. So I'm gonna set a pretty big goal here. Let's see. Let's get to 10 guys. Try to share this stream with anyone else if you want to get, so we can get more. Okay. 8. So close. I'll spin it. Yeah, that'd be some bad stuff can happen if you leave it up to chance. So it gets interesting. I mean, definitely, like I've planned out the entire series at one point. I had like an entire plan for it that I had to rework just because John Ossoff's spin was so bad. So yeah, but it makes it more interesting. TPC, congrats on your run for governor. I wish you the best of luck. Okay, 10 we're here. So let's get started. So basically, the way this works, I'm going to spin this wheel, and it will land on one of these many options. So recession, depression, impeachment, resignation, an uneventful term, natural disaster, partisan gridlock, economic prosperity, trade war, and racial unrest. So this is actually a lot more than last time. Chaotic politics gave me a lot of great suggestions. Thanks for that. So I'm going to spin this, and then we'll go to another spinner to see how well President DeSantis handles the event. So let's get started. Okay, we're at 9 viewers. Come on, one more, guys, one more. Yeah, TPC for governor. Texas is safe TPC now. Alrighty then, let's spin it. So we're gonna land on. Oh God! Oh my gosh! Depression. That is very bad. Okay. It's spinning again. Let's stop that. Okay, stop the share. Wow. Sith Builder, you just said this. Okay, so obviously, it appears that Sith Builder Politics has manifested depression, but we are gonna go to the next one. So the next spin one, we'll see how well he handles it. So this is where it gets really interesting because DeSantis could handle the depression very well, and that would actually be a net positive compared to other things. So like last time DeSantis had a war and we handled very well. So throughout his term, there was his approval rating fluctuated in the story. So let's see how well he does this, because this could end up with a very interesting story. Okay, I'm sharing it. Okay. This is the most excited I've seen anyone be about a depression. Okay, let's get started. Let's see how well DeSantis handles a depression. Oh, okay. Handling was okay. Okay, that's interesting. Well then, that was pretty fast. This well, I can't. Yeah, it's the spin. I can't do that. So for anyone who's just joining us, I spun the wheel. DeSantis will face a hello American predictions. So it landed on depression, and then DeSantis handled it okay. So that means I don't know, like a depression. It's hard to have like an okay option, but it looks like DeSantis. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so it looks like DeSantis is gonna have a okay second term. I'd imagine, like, his approval rating will kinda dip again at the beginning, and then it will probably be pretty steady. If he doesn't I don't know if I'm gonna have him have, like, a pretty bad midterm again because, for the last one I had, like, the war make him really unpopular initially, and then it rose enough to, like so he'd landslide against Kamala Harris, but I think this time I might just have I don't know what I'll do. I'll think about the plan. Jason Carter, yeah, that's an interesting, I didn't really know that he ran for governor, and then, I found out, like, around the runoffs because I was researching Georgia. So that's pretty interesting. Hello? Let's see. Here's the way I look at it. If the incumbent leaving office is doing well, then the candidate the incumbent's party will win. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what I'm gonna do because, basically in this timeline, Trump won 2 terms, and then you had a one-term Democrat in, John Ossoff. And then you had 2 terms of DeSantis. There's gonna be a lot of Republican Party fatigue. Like, there hasn't been a two-term Democratic president since Obama. So, there were, like, the entire from 2016 to 2036, there will only have been 4 years of Democratic thing. Yeah, and yeah, that's why, it's this is kind of funny, and the reason why I'm thinking it's pretty funny is, I have to figure out candidates for, like, farther and farther into the future. So I have a notes document on my phone of, like, all the potential candidates, and you get to a point where, like, only certain ones could actually run because of how, like, age and stuff. So eventually, I'm gonna have to end this series as sad as it will be, but I'm probably gonna do another series just like this, so don't be too sad. And I have a lot of options. But yeah, I eventually get to the point where I'm rummaging through the bottom of the barrel of, like, 30-year-old like 30 and 40-year-old politicians. But I have a really long list for both parties. Nice, nice. I might do that, I might do that. Let's see. Yeah, I actually spoiler alert, I actually have, I'm considering Josh Hawley running, but I have Caleb Hanna and Madison Cawthorn running in 2036. And then maybe Josh Hawley, I don't think I have him on here right now. That should make more sense. I'm gonna have Tom Cotton, but I'll switch him out with Josh Hawley. President Herbert C. Hoover in the chat, nice. What would, I my plan afterwards oh, that'd be good. I'd love some politicians, actually. He is like, one of the youngest state legislatures in the leaders in the country currently. Thank you, I'm really glad you do. Yeah, so Caleb Hanna, he's like a state legislator from West Virginia. I think he's in college still, and he's governor in my series right now. Yeah, definitely. I'm not going to spoil what Andy Beshear does, but he definitely is going to be one of the top candidates, given that he lost so narrowly to Kamala Harris. However, I think the winner of the 2032 Democratic primary would have lost to DeSantis anyway. I mean, both of them would have. Maybe not. Well, Andy Beshear would have been a lot closer because I'm not sure if Tulsi Gabbard's independent, if she'd even run as an independent because Andy Beshear is, like, much more centrist and populist than Harris. Yeah, he's on the list actually. Oh yeah, Josh Hart would be a good candidate, definitely. Yeah, so Andy Beshear is more of a populist candidate, so I don't think a lot of the populist and, like, progressive Democrats wouldn't have voted for Tulsi Gabbard. Yeah, in my timeline currently, like, Trump got 2 terms, John Ossoff got 1, DeSantis has 2. AOC's already ran, I think, twice. So I don't know if she's gonna run again. She ran in 2024 and then tried to challenge Ossoff in 2028. I'm gonna make a video on like the lore currently because it gets really confusing. And even you all know I've forgotten. I've had people who are supposed to like be in cabinet to run for Senate. Yeah, he's gonna run. He's the vice president, so he's gonna run. I'm not sure how well he'll do though, because if there's a the candidate in 2036, the Republican candidate is gonna have a really hard time because there's gonna be a lot of Republican voter fatigue. There's not the Democrats are however, the Democrats are in a way worse place actually. Hey AFM and Mr. McAuliffe. It was +4, guys. Come on. Y'all make mistakes. Y'all make mistakes, especially me sometimes. So, yeah, the Democrats are in a terrible position because they just got like landslided by Ron DeSantis, and there was a split with one of their candidates running as an independent. But then again, Republicans are also like Republicans are definitely. Republicans are experiencing like massive voter fatigue, and then for all those who just came in, I know AFM just came in. It landed on depression, but DeSantis handles it okay. So like Republicans are gonna be in an okay position right now. So yeah, maybe hey, there could be a third party. A third party could win. You know, you never know. Yeah, Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz would be both candidates. Uh, there haven't really been many memes about me. I wanted like one of those. I wanted more memes. I'd appreciate them. Yeah, but Dr. Oz would win. I think currently Democrats would not be in a very great position. They're not in a good position unless like I don't know, Biden passes every single bill and the public just loves them because they're really popular in a lot of polls. Yet he passed like the infrastructure bill and his proof rating has gone up by like 0.3%. Ooh, what's your one idea? And then any other ideas? Yeah, definitely. Oh, actually, that's a really good idea. That would go really actually, I should do that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would like a source for that. His Twitter banner, though, is like, "Vote Fetterman" or something like that. I don't know, I mean, I don't know if he's admitted a communist, but I'm not sure. But, yeah, his banner's like, "Just vote John Fetterman" or something like that. Yeah, he's not a politician, but, I mean, as we saw, like, Glenn Youngkin wasn't a typical politician, and he beat McAuliffe, so, yeah. You know, Glenn Youngkin, yeah, he's gonna be around. Ryan Costello, I don't think Ryan Costello I know he's a very suburban Republican, but I'm not totally sure if he's anti-Trump or not. I think someone else could tell me that, but I don't think depending on how he runs, like if he runs like get Glenn Youngkin, he could win. But if he runs like an anti-Trump campaign and he somehow wins the primary, that's gonna go pretty badly because he's gonna get like none of the votes. Okay, then. Yeah, John Fetterman. Unfortunately, for Democrats, definitely he's not. I don't think he's gonna win at all. And then, fortunately for Republicans, I think that they have a pretty well-known candidate in Dr. Oz, who's, I guess, I don't know how well known he is with like Pennsylvania's suburbanites, but he could do pretty well. And then plus there's also like terrible national environment for Democrats. So I think in 2017, the Virginia margin was like 8.9% or something like that. And then the national environment was like D plus 8. So I think if you based 2022 off that, it might be like R plus 2 or 2 or 3. Cotton 4K. What did I do? I said unfortunately for Democrats. I said unfortunately for Democrats. Don't take that out of context. I said it won't win, unfortunately for Democrats. Oprah, yeah, I don't think Oprah's gonna do. I was for a long time when people were saying Oprah's gonna run for president, I was saying she shouldn't because Oprah would not win. Definitely not. Yeah, I think he'd lose a primary if he gets past the primary. I mean, he has to go against like Connor Lamb or John Fetterman. And John Fetterman, depending on how he runs, that could go either depending on how he runs. If he's running as like a progressive right now, and I'm not sure how much like that's gonna appeal to people, and especially in, like the suburbs, because AFM has a good point. Like suburbanites are, are hardly like you know progressive Bernie Bros, but you also look at like Bob Casey's pretty progressive. Actually, I want to see. So Bob Casey, he is a senator from Pennsylvania. He won by like a lot back in 2018, and it was a blue wave year, but he's pretty popular there, I believe. So yes, expose me, and then yeah, I wonder if he will. Uh, I'm not sure. I haven't like did anything about deaths yet because I mean he'd be really old, so I'm not sure. Is he not? I'm not totally sure. Is he like a populist? Because he does really well in like this in the whatever it's called rural areas. Let's see. Is he like what would you say? I wonder if is he like a populist or is he progressive? Not yeah, I'm not totally sure. Blue dog. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so I think blue dogs do pretty well in Pennsylvania, like Tom Wolfe and Bob Casey, who win by like really large margins. And then I think economic leftists though, like they do pretty well. President death, yeah, I don't really want to have death to be honest. I feel like that's kind of weird. Like I don't want to have assassination or anything on that. Oh, top Republicans. So right now, I can give you my list. The people I'm considering are Mike Garcia, who's the vice president, Caleb Hanna, governor of West Virginia. Oh no, I've been destroyed by facts and logic. Uh oh. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. His dad was all yeah Planned Parenthood with Casey. Anyway, so Mike Garcia. I'm thinking some other ones. George P. Bush, who's currently like a Texas. He's like running for Attorney General of Texas. He's the one of the younger Bushes. He's currently Attorney General in DeSantis administration. Glenn Youngkin, who's going to get a cabinet role, you'll see soon. I've already started my DeSantis administration video, but I wanted to, before I'm also going to include the off-year elections like Virginia and New Jersey and Kentucky and Louisiana. I think Mississippi's the other one. So I want to get this done first because like I don't want to have like a blue wave or whatever, or red wave, and then find out like DeSantis gets destroyed. Um, what else? Jacob Frey. Oh, is he the mayor of Minneapolis? Oh, Sarah Palin. She was in the DeSantis cabinet. I'm not sure if she's in this his second term though. Chaotic Politics helped me make the DeSantis cabinet too. Shout out to him and shout out to your boy Alex for making the county maps. Just take this, remove that. Head back to my. Wait, it's the wrong thing. Yeah. I don't think Sarah Palin's gonna do more though. She's kind of. Yeah, Kanye definitely won in the 2032 election. No contest. All right then. Let's see. I remember it was really funny when Kanye announced he was running, and that was a big meme amongst me and my friends. But eventually, it does get kind of old. Yeah, let's see. Otherwise, top Republicans for 2036. Yeah, I have a whole list. I don't want to spoil everyone because I want to be slightly surprised, but yeah, I've had them. Jeb one. The Jeb meme is like several years older, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I think Buckeye already did pass me. I think it's pretty cool. Buckeye like gained hundreds of subs in weeks. Yeah, I'm very congrats to Buckeye. Let's see. Yeah, I'll check Buckeye's channel. I need to put it on my like channel list. Yeah, 660. I'm at 607. Subwar declared on Buckeye. We gotta beat Buckeye politics. Dr. Oz nationalism, yes. Yeah, Pems, what is this? What's this gonna be? I'm worried now. I don't know if I can copy and paste it from StreamYard. Oh, mock government app. Gonna rickroll me through YapMS. That'd be pretty funny, actually. If you rickrolled me through the map making site. Steve Bullock, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure. He might be like a good vice presidential candidate, depending on who runs for the Democrats. Because I have a lot of plans for Democrats right now. Okay. Bill Well. I don't think Bill Well is gonna have much of a political future now. And a dictator. No, but that's my whole thing. Then my channel, I can't do my channel anymore if there's a dictatorship. And then Abigail Span, maybe. I mean, she's senator in my timeline. She'd be like a very centrist, as she is now. I'm not sure the Democrats are gonna be after this. He won the primary. Yeah, she's gonna lose in 2022. She's only around in this time. Actually, I base it because a lot of new county maps aren't out yet. I've had to use the 2020 house map for up to the 2030s, even though like they're being changed as we speak. So they're not updated. It's not great. But I've just kind of flipped the swing counties back and forth for a long time. Yeah, Nikki Fried, she's not really doing anything. Florida's pretty much a Republican leaning, like a pretty heavily Republican leaning swing state. My computer's so laggy. Jeez. Oh yeah. I think they're gonna be competitive. So Oregon governor is really close on giving it like on the what's the word? On the governor level. So I think it was gonna be close anyway, but now like the national environment is really shifting. I think it could be lean like, right now I say like 5%, not knowing who's running. I think it would flip if Kate Brown, who's like the least popular governor in the country, was running again, but she's not. So it's Democrats have a little bit of a boost from that. But at the same time, she still is like a 40%, 40% approval rating. And then I know Michelle Lujan Grisham also had a very big scandal. Oh, this is a really nice looking county map, actually. Let me share my screen to what I'm looking at. Let's see. Rather nice looking. I appreciate good county maps. They make me feel good. You actually, does this count as rickrolling? Did I just get rickrolled through YapMS? My goodness. I gotta share my screen. This is so sad. Oh, man. Here. Boom. AP, come on. Come on. Rickrolled. Nice. Kathy Hochul. Oh yeah, that's gonna be a really interesting primary to watch in 2022 is Democrat, New York governor Democrats, because you have like Letitia James, Kathy Hochul, Jermaine Williams, Yeah, I think Illinois governor is likely. I don't remember how popular the Governor Pritzker is in that state. I don't remember what his first name is. I'm just calling Governor Pritzker. I don't know how popular he is. Like Republicans, and it's a closer state on the governor level. Yeah, definitely. Some of these candidates are in fact on my list. I've had Joe Cunningham was on it at one point. I think I don't know if I took him off or not. Yeah, that would make sense. I mean, it was pretty close. I think. And what was it? I want to see how close it was in 2018 because I had a Republican incumbent then, and then it was flipped. I know, so good. JacksonJude.com. It's a great. I love that site so much. Okay, let's go to governors, and then when it actually loads, there we go. So in 2018, it was 15%. That's pretty close for. Oh, yeah, I think someone mentioned this earlier. Like it'd be D+7. So and then yeah, yeah, I think you will. I think you will. Yeah, I think Josh Pierre definitely. Gretchen Whitmer isn't. She's kind of like I don't remember what I'd had with her done with her in my timeline. She lost in 2022, so yeah, D+7. Yeah, so then considering it'd be like national environment's going to be, I think, at somewhere. I'm not totally sure right now because basing it off like Virginia, which has been a pretty good indicator, would be like R+2, and that'd be kind of interesting. Is she senator? Oh, yeah, she's a senator, so yeah, she could run. Um, yeah. So where was I? Yeah, definitely Illinois, closer. I'll make my new like a midterm forecast. I need to do that. So, because I have not done it in kind of a while, but those videos, I know like my channel's kind of become mostly if I lost, which is really good because I like making those, but they also take longer time to make. So, a lot less videos and yeah, the way the algorithm kind of works is that like um videos like 2024 predictions that have like a really topical candidate. So like when I had Glenn Youngkin, that one did really well because Glenn Youngkin was getting like really the Glenn Youngkin tag on YouTube was getting like 100,000 views. And then like I have my fight and loss election nights and my alternate history election nights, those do really well. And then I have my forecast for like the Senate and those don't do as well. So I don't make them a ton, but I still make them just because I like to make them. Yeah, Illinois is it's really, really weird to me how close it is. 'Cause I always assumed it was like a D+30 state, but it's really not. And without Chicago, it would be, I think, like a Republican leaning swing state, right? Right, like a likely R state. I'm not totally sure. Yeah, but it shifted to the right, or did it shift? It voted kind of weirdly, and in 2020. So I don't remember if it shifted like barely to the left, which technically means it trended to the right if you do all that trend stuff. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like Rodney Davis and Adam Kinzinger are considering running for for governor of Illinois, and they're pretty good candidates. Well, Kinzinger is not a great candidate because he's really anti-Trump and he would not get he'd not win the primary. But Rodney Davis is pretty strong. I think he can make it. He definitely make it likely. And then you don't have a lot of other candidates. I know one like one really wealthy businessman like is banking millions of he's like getting he's like gonna pour millions of dollars in just to flipping it. Yeah, definitely. Ivanka Trump, maybe. Yeah, I wonder how was Illinois in 2008? Let me see. Voice is really dry. Okay, so in 2008, it was 25%, went down to 16.9% in 2012, 17%. Oh, it actually turned to the left in 2016, and then it went like 0.1% to the right. But given that the nation itself swung pretty far to the right, yeah. Yeah, go to elections in here, not to be confused with go to election analysis. Baron Trump in House, maybe. I don't have like, who's in the House because that would take so darn long to figure out 535 members of the House. That would take me like twice as long. Does Evan Bayh have a son? Are there more of them? Son. Let's see. I'm gonna my search history is now cursed Evan Bayh's son. Oh, yeah, he does have a son. I think he's like in the Marines, it says. Maybe. Yeah, the Bayh family are pretty interesting. Honestly, yeah, there are a lot of Bayhs. Birch Bayh was pretty based, honestly, my personal opinion. They multiply. Yeah, I know. Evan Bayh in 2016 ran for Senate against Todd Young, and he had a really big lead initially, and then it just kind of crashed down and he lost. Actually, I want to see the margins. That was an interesting race. I wonder if it was pretty close. It was like surprisingly close. 2016. Yeah, it was not almost 10 points, but considering the fact that it was like not, it was a lot less on let's see what it was. In 2016, Indiana went 19 points. So yeah, Evan Bayh outperformed Hillary Clinton by 10 points, and he probably would have even, if like a stronger candidate, I think Joe Biden would have been a stronger candidate in 2016 for rural areas than Hillary Clinton. Like he could have carried some candidates closer to victory. Like I think Jason Kander would have had been closer to victory, and same with Evan Bayh if he had run. But hey, there was Clinton there, and then yeah. Oh, there's a libertarian. Libertarians are surprisingly strong in Indiana. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Evan Bayh. So he entered the race late. Let's see. Yeah, he had a lot of criticism after like lobbying, and he left the state. I think, and if that hadn't happened, he might have won. I also wonder if he hadn't like entered the race late because he kind of randomly entered in halfway through. Yeah, so he was leading in the first poll had him leading by like 20 points, and he was like over 50%, which doesn't really usually happen. Then it kind of crashed out on him. Okay. As soon as possible, I will be working on the next video just because I've spun the wheel now, so that'd be pretty cool. Have that going. Yes, he will easily win. Easy win there. Okay. Chat's gotten quiet, guys. Come on. Gotta pick it up. I don't know if Jason Carr's gonna be around in the future. He's like not really he has not been relevant in recent years. My one thing I've been wondering about actually, do you think Stacey Abrams, if she runs in Georgia, would she still be able to beat Brian Kemp or David Perdue for that matter? Or even could Brian Kemp still win? 'cause he's not really well, but, like, I'm not saying he's not the best, he just kinda hasn't, like, been in the new he hasn't been in the news at all. He hasn't, like, he hasn't really he doesn't have any national name recognition, so it's not a Rickroll, it's Gen Z. If Trump endorsed Stacey Abrams, I'm not sure what that would do because I don't think a lot of Trump voters would go for a Democrat over Brian Kemp. Like, if he endorsed someone who's like a really, a blue, like a really blue dog, like if Trump endorsed Joe Manchin, that would get him. So that would make, Joe Manchin might accept that. That would get Joe Manchin some votes. But for like Stacey Abrams, who's a progressive, you know, uh, I don't think. I don't think that any Trump voters would go for Stacey Abrams, and that they just wouldn't turn out for Ryan Kemp as much. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't live in like a place where a lot of politicians visit, unless like you have the primaries in which California is an important state. That's when like that's the only time politicians come to visit us. Yeah, but you're lucky you live in Florida, right? I think I feel like you said that before. If not, I'm gonna sound really creepy. And then not sure everyone else in the comments what state they live in. Hmm. And what do you think? What is everyone's thoughts on? Let's see, what's an interesting race? I know in Maryland, moderate Republicans are doing pretty well in polling, so potentially, um, it could be close if like it's a moderate against a progressive. And then, so what else? What is some big news? What's some big news? Evan McMullen is running in Utah as an independent, and the top Democrat dropped out to endorse him. Or no, he just didn't run. He said he was going to run though, so that could be interesting. Evan McMullen could get like up to if Democrats don't run anyone, it could be pretty close actually. DeWine. Oh yeah, that's actually we were talking about Buckeye earlier, but I think I want to hear Buckeye's opinion on this because like DeWine's getting primaried, but I think he's pretty popular unless I'm mistaken. But I'm not sure about Republicans or Democrats because you have candidates like I don't know Charlie Baker and people like Charlie Baker or Larry Hogan who are really popular in their states, but it's also because Democrats really like them because they're really moderate and everything. So DeWine is probably he was pretty strict on COVID protocols. So I'm sure Democrats in Ohio like that. He's running against Jim Renacci, who's a pro-Trump candidate. So maybe. Yeah, I think primaries this year are gonna be really interesting to watch. Like, you also, you have the one in Georgia. Looks like David Perdue might run in for Georgia governor. Oh yeah, a lot of Obama Trump voters. I think it's pretty interesting. You also have Charlie Baker's getting primaried in Massachusetts, but I think it's an open primary, so a lot of Democrats are gonna vote for him. And then he's if not, I think polls actually have him running as an independent up, which I think is really interesting. The polls are often wrong. It's a really Democratic state, so we'll have to see. And then let's see, Laura Kelly. I don't think so. If it was a blue wave year, let's say all Democratic dreams come true. It's like 2018 level D+8. Even then, we have like even then, Kansas was for like almost 15% for Donald Trump. So I'm not sure she could win. And she's pretty popular, but not popular enough. Like Democrats in red states have to be really like 60% and above, it seems, is like the max, is like the limit. And then, then you maybe can get like enough Republicans to cross over for you. Same thing for Republicans in blue states. If Doug Mastriano do you think he'll win the general election here in Pennsylvania? I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about Doug Mastriano, but maybe. Right now, the national environment makes me think that a lot of a lot of Republicans who I didn't think would win earlier might win. Like, I didn't think Republicans would win in Pennsylvania before, but now, because that Josh Shapiro is a pretty, pretty good candidate, but now I think they might. Oh, did Dennis Kucinich lose? That was not covered at all. I'm gonna look at that. Cleveland mayoral race. There was something I wanted to shoot, what was, like, the topic I wanted to bring up? Hmm. Dennis Kucinich's Wikipedia photo is not great. Okay. Huh. Oh my god. The primary had 16% turnout, and that was the highest in 20 almost 15 years. Wow. Dennis Kucinich came, like, 3%. Okay, that's interesting. Topic. Ohio, yeah, Baker might retire. Um, there's nothing else. Hello. Favorite state? I think it's my favorite state. I haven't been to all of them. I've been to quite a few though. Um, Big California supporter, but I live there, so I'm kind of biased. Besides California, I really like. I've been big. I really like. I went to Arizona and that was super nice, but I went there to the Grand Canyon, so yeah, not a bad idea. I've been considering having Ossoff make a comeback, but he isn't. If he like his popularity recovers. I haven't been to Wisconsin, so I can't say anything about it. Florida, good one. Yeah, Florida's a pretty interesting place. Jason Carter. I think if Jason Carter was in me have a future in politics, he'd have more of a presence. But currently, a lot of the Georgia Democratic Party is basically like Stacey Abrams, Ossoff, Warnock, and then like Lucy McBath. And best state is Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is a great state. I've been there twice. It's really nice. Katie Porter. Yeah, Katie Porter is probably gonna another rising star. Not very well known though. Definitely, like, you have to consider, outside of, like, the political bubble where, a lot of people, like, politicians are more well known in this kind of election prediction community. Comparatively, like, not a lot of people know who Katie Porter is who don't follow politics. I once drove into New Jersey from Pennsylvania, and, I'm not to it was, I didn't really see much of it, so I can't say much about it, but Pennsylvania was really nice. Yeah, Katie Porter might run. She's on the list right now. My cat is sitting on me. Yeah. Any other topics? What's happening in election news? Or how about we do give me an election, I'll tell you who I might have voted for. That was a fun one. Yeah, I think Josh Harder could definitely do some stuff. Let's see. I'm not sure who's governor of California right now. I think it's Katie Porter actually. I had to have a list of everything because I start forgetting things. Like who I have doing what. All right, okay. Oh wow, got a lot. Okay. 2000, Al Gore. 2012, Barack Obama. 1992, Ross Perot. 96 Clinton or Perot, 1984 Walter Mondale, 32 Roosevelt. There we go. Yeah. Oh, least favorite state. I can see Wyoming for the memes. I don't have a least favorite state, honestly. I like them all. Why not Romney? I'm not a Romney kind of guy, I like Obama. And then state I hate, yeah, Alabama state I hate the most. Yeah, 1984 probably Mondale. I'm a Mondale. I don't know. Roosevelt, easily Teddy Roosevelt. No contest. I'm sorry. I mean, Romney I consider voting for, but like Barack Obama, I think I mean, maybe in that time Barack Obama wasn't as popular, so I'm not totally sure. Yeah, I'm not. I think in hindsight, Obama. I think in the election, I'd be like a toss-up voter because I kind of like depending on how the economy was doing. Because if it's like it needs big government spending, I'd probably vote for like a Democrat. But if it needs kind of like less budget, then I'd vote for Romney. I don't think she's really doing anything right now. I don't remember what I had her doing. I don't actually know. I'm not totally sure. Probably Obama. John Ossoff, maybe. I can do that. Yeah, if I pull like the midterm, I mean DeSantis might have a pretty bad midterm in 2034, so I think Democrat might be like 2030 again. Not sure. 2008, yeah. That let's see. I'd be the one person to vote for John McCain. No, a lot more people voted for John McCain. 2016, I'm not going to answer that question because I want to keep my subscriber base. John F. Kennedy, probably. And then, 2024. That's a hard one, actually, because Gavin Newsom is definitely not the greatest governor. However, California is doing really well in COVID cases, and fires weren't as bad this year. That also was because so he hasn't been terrible. But I don't know, probably me, Kevin, because I kind of like outsiders. I'm sorry I'm gonna lose all the new conservatives. I don't think so. Nikki Fried is not like. I don't think she's super. I don't know how popular she is in Florida. She's kind of become like a meme now, so I'm not sure. Florida Democratic Party is just absolute not doing well. So I'm not sure what they're going to be doing. I think Anna Eskamani's like I kind of kept her in office, but I'm not totally sure how well she'll do. Yeah. Give me some more elections. 2016 Republican primary. Ooh, Jeb Bush, easily. No, yeah, yeah, Jeb Bush, easy choice. No, probably not Scott Walker. I don't think I'd vote for Scott Walker in 2016. And then Harris versus Paul Ryan. Oh, Kamala Harris is just. Yeah, Jeb Bush funny. So vote meme. Kanye, easy Kanye. Yeah, 2020 is Kanye. Yeah, I'm not sure I vote for in 2024 Harris versus Paul Ryan. I'm not. Yeah. I wonder if Biden doesn't run in 2024. I wonder who will replace him. I've been thinking it once I end the 2020 if Biden lost years, I'm probably gonna do like one based on actual events. So like I'll have. I don't know, Paul Ryan. I mean, I got my personal opinions, but you got yours. That's good. Yeah, but I think my next year is gonna be like 2024 Biden, and maybe I don't think Biden and Trump don't run, so then I'll have like Harris and Buttigieg, and then probably like DeSantis and Youngkin, and that could be interesting. Ron DeSantis or Kamala Harris. Ooh. I'm not gonna. I mean, I don't want to get too biased, but Not totally sure. Yeah, I think Buttigieg or Harris, but neither are great, like, are really great candidates. I think Buttigieg, he's pretty strong with college-educated voters, but doesn't have a lot of support from, like, minorities. So if he ran, I could see him running with, like, I don't know, a minority as his running mate, and that could help him. And I could definitely see him. I could see like a Buttigieg Abrams ticket, or like ooh yeah, DeSantis isn't running 2024. That'd be an interesting one, but he doesn't have the nomination locked up. I could see like a primary being like DeSantis, Youngkin, maybe Haley and Pence. I mean, yeah, DeSantis would easily win. I'm not totally. Yeah, probably. I'm yeah, swing votery. I think DeSantis, probably DeSantis, and then yeah, I don't think DeSantis has. Yeah, I don't think DeSantis has 2024 locked up though, because you always have more candidates. Like, and things can change so quickly. Like I was looking at I was looking at Biden's approval rating, and like in August, you like a few weeks before it dropped so suddenly after Afghanistan, he was pretty high. So you wouldn't consider that. You wouldn't consider things can change so fast, and like Youngkin is now one of the top he like one of the becoming like a pretty hyped up 2024 contender a few weeks ago. He was like, oh yeah, he's just gonna lose. Uh, yeah, I mean, he could. I don't know how like on good terms they are. And then I want to include DeSantis because he's a pretty hyped up candidate. James Craig, yeah, I think currently I put him as winning. I've had him as winning Michigan for a while, even before like Biden's dip, and now I'm even more sure of that. Before, like pretty tentative. The Gretchen Whitmer, I don't think is pretty popular. And then James Craig is a really good candidate. So yeah, let's see. And I'm not sure if Trump will choose Nikki Haley. We'll see. The Veep state's gonna be pretty interesting on the Republican Party side because Trump could definitely go for a lot. I think Youngkin has been mentioned as a running mate. Youngkin would make sense actually. Youngkin, DeSantis, Haley. There could be like an out of the box one. Like you could put like Sununu. Kristen Sununu might be an interesting one. I don't think Republicans would want to lose his governor seat. Oh, what if Hillary Clinton won? Yeah, I've been thinking about that one too. I'm not sure how that would go because it could be like a landslide Republicans, or if she could handle COVID well. I'm not totally sure. Oh, Jason Kander. I don't. Yeah, I'm not sure if by 2036. I think Missouri's gonna be pretty long gone for Democrats. And then Trump. Yeah, Pompeo's getting another good choice for Trump. Okay. Any more elections, guys? Okay. Oh, 2018 Wisconsin governor. Huh. That is an interesting one, actually. Probably Tony Evers, I guess. Maybe. I'm not actually. I know, like Republicans are kind of authoritarian right now. There's not a lot of libertarian. I think libertarians, if they actually get their act together and stop becoming a joke party, they could do well. Because both sides, like, are both Democrats are economically left wing right now, and then Republicans are kind of shifting. A lot of the party, like Donald Trump definitely had like his big. He was in favor of certain like government spending. So, you know, I think libertarians might have if they actually like really tried they really actually tried to get find a good candidate. They actually tried to find a good candidate and ran like with actually ran a serious campaign. If they ran like Tulsi Gabbard, they could actually get good votes. Yeah, it's true. DeSantis governor. Though I think Florida would not. Well, given how close Florida was in 2018, if the Democrats in Florida got their act together, yeah, that'd be kind of scary. But even then, DeSantis would be term limited, so it'd just be like his lieutenant governor would take over. Yeah, I don't think is AF a big Scott Walker fan? Because I know Scott Walker was a big neocon. Yeah, it's true. Vermin Supreme is the best candidate, though. He would have won every single electoral vote in 2020. I had to make a video like supporting a certain topic in one year my when I was in school. So I made one supporting Vermin Supreme. That was fun. Yeah, and that became a meme among my class. Yeah, that's true. Trump's gonna clear the field. I yeah. Yeah, that's true. I think if DeSantis was Trump's VP, well, I think Youngkin would do. I'm actually not sure because Youngkin, if it was Youngkin, you'd have Winsome Sears, the lieutenant governor elect right now. She'd take over, so it'd still be Republican hands. That they're fine with there. But at the same time, you don't know how well Winsome Sears would do in an election or whatever. But I think Youngkin would do better with suburban voters than DeSantis would. I think DeSantis currently has like a lot of suburban voters locked up, but I think Youngkin's kind of would do better with them. So yeah, either one would be fine because like this Florida probably better to leave without a governor because there would be the Republican lieutenant governor. I think actually I'm not sure who the lieutenant governor of Florida is, but also they wouldn't have to worry in 2026 as much. And then I don't think they could impeach her before the inauguration, but I think we'd see a pretty similar thing to our timeline, which would be like, Republicans really trying to impeach Hillary Clinton. Yeah, maybe. I think Sears is a good candidate if she could win. Though if Trump wins in 2024, there's a good chance that like the next years could be a blue wave, like as we saw, depending on how he is. But it seems like every time a president is elected, it's always a wave. Because I think it'd be interesting to see after 2024 if we only have one-term presidents. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Republicans definitely in Virginia did really well. Definitely benefiting from like a good national environment and good candidates, and like they're running a good campaign. Plus, Democrats ran a terrible campaign, so you know, a lot of factors went into that. That would be good. I would love to like we can clap on that or whatever you want. That'd be fun because making the If I Law series is like a lot is kind of a lot, and I like to make it as fast as possible, but also like I have to put in time a lot, so it's harder to do. And then I also have like I work with other people on it, like your boy Alex and Chaotic Politics. Okay. All right then. I think I'm gonna end this stream right now. Thank you all for 600 subscribers, and thanks everyone for this journey. I'm really glad I've gotten so far. Honestly, I remember when hit 600 after 6 months, and 6 months more, I hit 600. So that's great. Yeah, we definitely need to finish ours, and then I don't really see Republicans running Kanye West. Do you agree with that? Now, yeah, thank you all for watching. See you all next time.